Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to today's section on titled Why. Welcome to today's section titled What No One Tells You Before You Start. It's going to be an amazing evening. It's going to be an impact filled section. So, if I were you, I would sit down, fasten my seatbelt, bring my jotter, bring my pen, bring my notepad, and jot out these key points we'll be telling you about your journey. So before we dive in, I would like to introduce myself and introduce my company, introduce the amazing company I work with. Right. So my name is Chika Awuzie. I am actually a great manager at Amdo Analytics. It's safe to call me your great advisor. My duty here is actually to advise you to know if the tech you are really interested, if the tech course, the tech training you are actually interested in is actually the best fit for you. You can as well feel free to call me your career advisor. Whatever you call me, that's fine. My duty is actually to hold you by your hands, guide you step by step, and make sure you do not make repeated mistake every tech beginner do. Of course, I did that mistake. So this is why we actually brought out this topic, what no one tells you before you start, so that you can be informed, so that you don't see yourself lagging behind and making the same mistake over and over. Okay, before we go in, most of you are already familiar with Amder Analytics. Most of you are already familiar with our organization. So for the new people who are joining us new, I'll be introducing Amder Analytics and what exactly we do briefly. So who is Amder Analytics? Amder Analytics is actually number one edtech company committed to empowering individuals with the skills and knowledge they need to excel in today's tech world. So what that means is that we're actually here to guide you step by step, to empower you, to give you hands-on experience. We are not just training you. There are a lot of training centers everywhere. There are a lot of training centers. We are not a training institute. We are actually here to impart skills to you. We're actually here to empower you, and we're actually here to make sure you actually get the best of your tech career. So what are those programs we offer? I know some people will be wondering, what are those courses? What courses and what courses are you interested in? Okay, I'll be listing the courses, a few of our courses. Of course, we have a lot of courses, but right now we are starting with AI engineering. We take trainings in AI engineering, data analytics, data engineering, HR analytics, business analytics, project management, Excel for data analytics, Power BI for data analytics, statistics for data professionals, right? So if you have interest in any of these courses I mentioned, and cybersecurity as well, if you have interest in any of these courses I mentioned, or you actually want to go into tech, but you are not grounded yet. It's just like, oh, you have an interest, but you do not know what you want to do. It's fine. You can actually reach out to us. You can reach out to myself. You can reach out to my colleagues. You can reach out to anybody at Amder Analytics. Our duty is actually to hold your hands and make sure you actually make a very good decision in tech. So before we dive in the matter of today, the area of consecration of today, I would like to introduce my amazing colleagues. So a lot of you are seeing her, but you don't know. Most people here, some of us who are actually new here are not familiar. So I would actually like her to do a brief introduction. Hello, Chichi. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Shika. Can you hear me? Please confirm you can
I
hear me really clear and loud.
Clearly, I can hear you, Chinyere, clearly. Good evening. And trust you actually have an amazing day.
Yes, yes, I do. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very
You're
much, everybody,
welcome.
for joining. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please let's notify others and let them come and learn the things that they need to know before starting their career in tech. Okay, before we dive in, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Chinyere Chukwuka Onedibo. So I am the founder of Amda Analytics. I'm a data professional with close to a decade of experience in the tech ecosystem. I've helped a lot of people transition into the tech ecosystem and not just transitioning, but help them to secure their first tech role in the ecosystem. I've trained, I'm a trainer. I love training people. I love teaching. So that's just it about me. So I've worked in different sectors across the globe, United Kingdom, US. Canada, Australia, and of course Nigeria. So I work with a lot of companies across the globe, telecommunication, finance, edtech sectors, and more. All right, so here is to guide you and tell you some of the things that you need to know about transitioning into the tech ecosystem and some of the mistakes that we made during our own time so that you can avoid them. All right, thank you very much for having me here, Shika.
Thank you so very much, Chichi. I hope you heard that. This is so when we say at AMDA Analytics, we are not a training center. You know, some people would say, oh, there are a lot of training center. They are training center. We are not a training center. At AMDA Analytics, what we do, we empower you, we educate you, and we actually give you those skills and make sure we give you those sections, give you those guidelines in order for you not to make the mistake we actually did. As you can hear from my colleague, she has been in the edtech space. She has worked for from UK to the UK company. She has done in the Australia worked. So you can actually see when when you come to AMDA Analytics, you're actually in a safe hands. We have seasoned facilitators, just like you heard her. She has been in this edtech space for a long time. She has been a facilitator for a long time. She has been facilitating, and she has a lot of students who have actually gone through her and who today they are actually somebody. So Chichi, I would like to dive into the first question of today, right? So what made you
Oh,
decide to transition into tech, and what was your background before tech?
okay. All right. So I'm gonna be very, very sincere and plain with this section, right? And a lot of people will be like, I transitioned into the tech ecosystem because of career advancement, because of the money and all that. So I'm going to be sharing whatever I will be saying here is my own experience. Okay. So 2018, I was working on a project. I was working on my final year project, and I was like, okay, you know what? I need to know how to use Excel in order to do well in this project. Okay. So I learned Excel. The Excel I learned was okay, just something I can use for my project presentation. And after that, meanwhile, I studied economics. I'm an economist. All right. So after that, I got a job recommendation from one of the biggest ed tech logistic company in Nigeria, and that GPC. GPC, for those of us that lives in Nigeria that know that company. So it was recommended, and when I got there, I understand that is beyond what you know, is beyond the surface of Excel because it requires the in-depth understanding of Excel before I could actually got that job. So because of that, I wasn't given the opportunity to take up the role. All right. So, and after that, I said, you know what? This is actually a very big opportunity for me to dive into the tech ecosystem and learn this thing and be very good with it. Okay. Because of that, I said, I'm going to pick up my career and start my journey in data analytics. So, although of course I started with data science anyways, but then again, I started with learning Excel. So, what actually made me to dive deep into the tech ecosystem or into the tech was number one because I lost that on job opportunity, right? And number two because of the money there. In a lot of promises that when you start tech is all about money. There is money there. And so I dive into the tech ecosystem because of the money and glory be to God, God has been faithful. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Chichi. I would like to actually note one thing. I hope you're actually with your jotter, you're with your notepad and with your pen. I would like you to note something because I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and the person was like, "Hi, Chika, I actually want to dive into tech. I actually want to transition, but I don't have a tech background. I don't have a science background. I didn't study anything related to tech." Did you hear what our founder just said? She said she studied economics in the university. So that is actually to let you know you don't need to be in science, you don't need to have any science related course. Whatever your background is, whatever you just come to us, speak to us. We're your growth advisor, we're your learning advisor. We're actually here to guide you to know what your interests are and to know which course best suits you. Thank you very much, Chichi, for that wonderful and amazing. Thank you for being so blunt. Thank you. This is something a lot of people don't do. They tend to hoard their information, they hide, but thank you for being open and being blunt. So, to my next question, right? So, before you started your tech journey, what was your biggest expectation and how differently was the reality?
So my biggest expectation was like, okay, 2 months into the program, I will secure a very big opportunity. So I will start learning, I'll start earning. right? Because I met a friend then that directed me, guy, come on, you need to dive into the tech space fully. You need to understand this thing. And as of then, this guy was earning, he was living well, like so he was getting the money. And I was like, okay, you know what? Come on, this is what I need to do because of course everybody want to secure the bag. And I started
Yeah.
the journey. I was like 2 months into the tech ecosystem, I'll start making that big money. All right. So okay, I remember that 1 month into the program, I was like, okay, Upwork, everywhere is Upwork. Everybody's talking about Upwork. Let me go and open my
Mhm.
account there and start making that money in dollars and make it. So I opened my Upwork account. Surprisingly, I was there 6 months. I got no gig. So it was a very big surprise, right? That you can spend so many months in the tech ecosystem without getting job, right? So, but the big deal there is that the consistency, right? So what I always tell people about the tech ecosystem is not a Ponzi scheme. Don't allow anybody to deceive you that this is where that you enter after 1 month, you start making that millions. You need to
Mhm.
put in work. You need to put in the work. That's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much, Chichi, for that honest answer. I said honest because this is not what everybody would tell you. Some of them will say, "Oh, immediately I dive into tech in less than 2 weeks, I got a gig, I started making money." And when you go get into it, in 2 weeks, when you don't start making money, frustration comes in. You start getting frustrated and you start asking yourself, questioning yourself, "Are you sure I'm really at the right path?" So that's why I said this section we are actually going to bear the truth. I hope you just heard that after she didn't make money in her first 2 months, even in her first 6 months in Upwork, there was no deal. But that doesn't mean she wasn't successful. Look at her now. She's now the founder of number one edtech company in Africa. So that actually means that regardless of when you start, whether you got deals immediately, it doesn't mean you're a failure. What it actually means is that there is step by step for everything. So the next question, Chichi. So what is one hard truth about transitioning into tech that beginners are rarely told? I would like you to tell the audience.
Okay, so that one has truth is you're going to be learning every day of your life. You are going to be learning every day of your life as a tech bro, tech sis. Okay. So, like when I started my career, like I said, I started early 2018, and then trust me, I am I'm learning and I'm still learning. Okay. So every day. So it's amazing when people are selling their programs or telling people to register for a program and I start telling them, see, after 1 month, you are very good, you are secure. See, 1 month is when you enter the real world that you understand that 1 month is not enough to learn anything. Okay, like I said, I've been in the tech ecosystem for close to a decade now, and trust me, I am still learning. Like we are still learning. When I mean, in fact, we are even new. I always tell my colleagues, see, we are new because we need it. There's a lot to learn. Imagine that you started your journey, let's say that 2018, 2019, 2010, right? When there is nothing like AI. Right. And now people are talking about AI. Are you telling me that you're going to stay there without learning? So unfortunately, that means you don't want to become a global talent, right? But if you know that you want to become globally relevant, you need to continue learning, right? So it's actually learning that we even tell you that. Do you know that this AI they are talking about is actually not something hard? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Okay. So imagine that you learned, let me say, Power BI, or let's use Excel for example. Of course, there's Copilot in Excel, there is AI in Excel, right? Or let's say that you stop learning Excel from, let's say, past 3 years or 4 years of your life. Now you just stopped where you are. You don't want to learn anything again. Now there is Python in Excel. You can code in Excel, right? Aside from your normal macro and VBA, you can use Python in Excel, right? So it simply means that we are learning every day. Don't be deceived. Don't allow people to tell you learn 1 month you are good. 1 month is not enough to make a professional, right? So that's one thing about learning and transitioning into the tech ecosystem. You're going to be learning every day. That's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much for that wonderful, wonderful answer. Do you hear that? For those of you saying, "Oh, why is the training 7 months? Why is it 5 months? Why is it 4 months?" I saw, I once communicated to somebody and they told me I will learn in 1 month. Have you heard that? In tech, learning does not stop. Trust me, you can't be an expert in data analytics as a data analyst in 1 month. You cannot do a crash course for 2 weeks and you're a professional. Trust me. So some people will say, why 7 months? Why 5 months? That's because we are really interested in your growth. We are not all about the money you are paying us. We are interested in your growth. We actually want to make sure that you have a hands-on training. Like I said earlier, we are not a training center. We just want to make sure you have that hands-on experience. Thank you so very much, Chichi. And I will add, let's move on to the next questions. Right. So the next question is, what are some challenges you faced in your early days, in your early tech days, and how were you able to overcome those challenges?
Okay, so like the challenges I faced in early days of my journey as a data professional, challenges were lack of directions and lack of a mentor. Okay, so when I talk about lack of directions, I mean, so imagine, like I said, I started with Excel. So from that Excel, someone said to me, why Excel? Go and learn Python. If you learn Python, is a game changer. So I dive into Python. Why learning? I think I was like a week, no, like maybe weeks, not more than 1 month into the space of learning Python. Another person said, why are you learning Python? You studied economics, go and learn R. So it's a whole lot of confusion, right? So it was a whole lot of confusion, and I was like, okay. Another person said, no, where do you really want to be? Do you want to become a data scientist or data analyst? I was like, okay, because I've learned little of Python, let me just dive into the data science space, right? From there, another person said, okay, you know what, go and watch this video on YouTube, go and watch this video on YouTube. All those things were a lot of confusion, right? So there was nothing like a clear roadmap for you to start with, right? So another thing again, where like I said, lack of mentors in my life when I started. There is nothing like having a mentor in your space, especially if you want to go far in life. I always tell people this: if you want to go far in life, you need a mentor. You need someone that would guide you. You need someone to direct you. So I lacked mentor. Like I said, that when I started immediately, I was like, okay, Upwork is the game changer. Let me go to Upwork. I created a profile on Upwork, and you know what? I have my hourly rates to be $30. Someone that is not, of course, I'm not, it's not that you can say that I'm that good then, right? And my profile, everything was not optimized, and I have my Upwork hourly rate to be $30. I know someone saw that the person, because I started reaching out to people on LinkedIn concerning that Upwork side, and the person said, okay, I'm going to assist you, I'm going to mentor you, and glory be to God, the man did, and I got my gig, and I started getting things on Upwork, because he said a lot. He said, see, this thing, you are going to remove it, this one, you are going to remove it, you're going to add this, you're going to add this. With that, I got my Upwork optimized. Now, concerning the tech ecosystem entirely, right? So I need a mentor. I know that I need someone to mentor me, and glory be to God for the people that I met. I'm going to give it to them, right? People that I met in the early days of my life or early days of my journey in the tech ecosystem. If Femina, God bless you. So I saw those guys, and I was like, okay, I'm going to reach out to them. And then they mentored me in this space. Yeah. Thank you. Shika, you are muted. If you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Oh, thank you so much, Chichi, for that. Thank you for that amazing and wonderful answer. So, for those some of you who say, "Oh, I prefer self-learning. I want to learn on my own." For some of you who prefer to go to cheap training institute because they will say, "Oh, come and pay 50,000 naira for 1 month," and you run there and you end up getting recordings, videos. You don't even have a facilitator. You can't even talk to your facilitator one on one. They don't even give you access to mentorship, and you just go and watch recording videos, and the next in less than 2 weeks they offer you a certificate and tell you, congratulations, you are now a data engineer. I laugh in Swahili, right? So that is why Amdo Analytics stands out. We don't just give you a one-on-one access to your facilitator. We also mentor you. We optimize your LinkedIn, and we actually carefully craft a CV tailored directly to the course you are training for. So, for instance, if you are training as a business analyst, if you are training taking the business analysis course with us at Amdom, while we are crafting out a CV for you, while we are upgrading your CV for you, we're actually upgrading it, tailoring to business analyst job. So what that means is that you will use it to apply only to business analyst. So it's not just the random one general CV that you usually use, one CV for CRM, one CV for operations manager, one CV for cyber security. Any job vacancy you see, you use one CV. No, at Amdor we are going to change that narrative. That's why at Amdor we are not only empowering you, but we are actually educating you just to make sure you actually reach your goal. So I will actually move to the next question. And if you are just starting your tech, if you are a beginner, this question is actually for you. Please take note of the answer. If possible, jot whatever she has to say, because this will come as a clarity for you. So, Chichi, many beginners struggle with where to start. What would you advise someone who feels overwhelmed by too many tech options? Like just like today, they want business analyst. Tomorrow they say, oh, cybersecurity is what is in demand. Tomorrow they see AI engineer. They say, oh, I want. So, what advice would you give to somebody like this who is at a confused state?
Okay, so what I would say is get a mentor. There is a lot of noise in the
Mhm.
tech ecosystem, right? I mean, a lot of noise, right? Someone selling data analytics will tell you that data analytics is the best career path. Someone selling AI engineering will tell you that AI engineering is the best career path. You understand? Some devs, developers, front end, full stack, and all that, right? But please get a mentor. Now, a mentor would guide you, tell you the truth, right? Listen to you, and everything, maybe look at your background, and with that the person will guide it. And that's why here at Amdo Analytics we have consultation section, we have talk to Amdo, where we are going to listen to you and tell you, you know, what's done to do this based on your expertise, or based on the skills you have already. There are some of the skills that you already have that are transferable. You can easily transfer it to a career path, and you will excel there. Now, everything about code is not coding. Everything about tech is not coding, and everybody must not code. So when you hear people talking about AI engineering, oh, I want to dive into AI. I had a lot of consultation last week, 2 weeks ago. People telling us that, okay, I want to dive into the AI engineering. Tell me more about it. And you sit them down and tell them, see, this career path is very nice. As of today, AI engineering is the top one leading. I mean, top one in the whole of the world when you talk about the transitioning into the tech ecosystem, right? Followed by cyber security. But trust me, if you want to dive into the AI engineering part, trust me, you need a lot of patience. It's not something you dive in within 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. You are expecting to get land that gig, land that job. No, no, no. It requires a lot of patience. And again, you must be very good with numbers. Okay, you don't want to dive into the AI engineering part and you don't like numbers, you don't like statistics. Well, you know, when people hear about AI, they feel like, okay, maybe all this chat GPT something, da, 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 da. No, when we talk about AI, we are talking is very broad. We have Gen AI, that's the generative AI, and that's the AI, the chat GPT part. So we have natural language processing, we have computer language, computer vision, we have machine learning, and all these things that I mentioned. What you're going to be learning is advanced applied machine learning, even statistics, applied statistics that you're going to be learning. Okay, so even the person that loves numbers, why not go for that? Okay, please just don't allow the noise in the ecosystem to be to carry you, and you start asking yourself, why do I even dive into this space? Okay, and we've had a lot of people started a career and they are long they dropped, and when you start asking them, they say that, oh, I don't like numbers. I never knew that data analytics is about numbers. But if that person had, you know, had a session with a consultant or an expert in the industry, they will tell them that why not go for project management? Are you the person that loves to talk, right? Are you this person that, and another thing again, I want to say, let's assume when you choose a career path, right? Like I said, you know, everybody is just about the money, yeah, which is very good, right? But when you secure that, maybe say you secure that bag, it could come anywhere, either from working for any company or being a consultant. I need you also to understand this thing. When we talk about the career tech ecosystem, a lot of people just have this mindset that I want to finish this program. I want to work with one big ed tech, one big company like that and start earning money. That's why you see when people finish their program, they start talking about the tech ecosystem or the data analytics, they saturated, it's saturated, It's not that it's saturated. It's just that you did not find a niche. Okay, you can become an expert in the industry, and then it's not a must you work for any brand. You can become a consultant. You can become a tutor like myself. Okay, so I know that I love to talk when it comes to preaching and being in the yeah. So I know that okay, this is my niche. I was like, okay, why not? When I go into the tech ecosystem, I will bring the body of Christ there, and then we'll use it to preach the gospel, and that's where teaching comes in. So I started teaching. Right, so there's a lot. Please do not allow the noise to be don't be carried away with the noise. Okay, if you love coding, go for data science, AI engineering, business, data analytics. If you like numbers, okay, and if you're this person that doesn't like numbers, business analysis is there, project management is there, program UI UX. There is a lot of them out there. Digital marketing, graphic design. So those guys, they are doing well in their own space. Okay, so this is what I would say about transitioning into. Don't be deceived and don't be carried away as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Chichi, for that honest answer. So remember, there are too many noise in the tech journey. You will hear different people with different opinion. That is why at AMDA Analytics we stand out. The good thing about our consultation section is that it's free. You don't need to pay anybody before you can consult us. You don't need to pay us for consultation free. It's totally free. Just call us, reach out to us. You can reach out to us on our Instagram handles or our social media, or reach out to our numbers, go to our website, get to talk to any one of us, and let us know your background story. Let us know what you do currently, and from there we can advise you what course is your best fit. So to my next question, Chichi, let's go to the next question. And the next question is, how important is consistency compared to talent when learning a tech skill?
Consistency. When I tell people how important consistency is, if you want to dive into the tech ecosystem, a lot of people will be like, after this program, I hope I will land a gig. Hope I will start earning money. Hope are you guys promising us any job? Yeah. I just be like, you know what? Yeah, nobody's promising you any job. But the question is, how consistent are you? Right? So imagine that you're doing a program for 4 months, right? And you've attended class like maybe once in a month or once in 3 weeks and all that. So you see that there is a lot of things that need to fill in. Okay. So consistency is very, very, very important in the tech ecosystem. See, this is where, like I said earlier, you're going to be learning every day as a tech professional, unless you don't want to be very good. But if you want to be very good in the space, you're going to be learning. That's why you see some people, when they learn this one, they move from this to this, they move from this, which I don't advise so much, right? But then again, you're going to be learning every day, every day. Be consistent. Trust me, you can be very, very intelligent and then not consistent. And someone who is very consistent in the space can do well more than you. Okay, so once in a while, maybe even if you have gotten that, I always advocate this. So even when you have gotten that job, maybe once in a day, learn. Once in a day, learn like 1 hour, 30 minutes, right? Personally, me, I love to learn. Of course, I'm a tutor, right? But then again, I love to learn every day, every day. There's no day I will not learn at least 30 minutes. At least, like, it's worst 30 minutes every day. There's no day since I started the journey that I will not learn. Sometimes 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours anyway. But then as I say, at least 30 minutes every day, I will learn. Okay. Consistency makes you an expert, not nothing else, just the consistency. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much, Chichi, for that. Remember, consistency is key. Consistency is key. So this is for those looking at transitioning and those looking who is beginning their tech journey. Consistency is key. Don't do cybersecurity for 2 weeks and run to data analytics. Do data analytics for 1 week and run to digital marketing. When you do digital marketing, you realize, oh, my first calling is AI engineering. Please choose one, speak to a course advisor, speak to a learning advisor, a growth advisor, and stick to one and watch yourself grow within few years. So the next question, Chichi, what mistake do beginners commonly make that slow down their progress?
Okay, so try to learn so many things at the same time. Okay, trying to learn so many things at the same time. Okay, so like I always tell people, I love to use myself as an example, right? Some of all these things that we are telling you were the mistakes that we made when we started our journey. So when I started my journey, I was learning. First of all, I started with Forex. I was learning tech, I was learning coding, and I was learning how to find trend, right? So is it can do, is it boo, or I can't remember those words again, right? I was learning those things. Someone was just telling me, see, learn this forex, forget about the tech, oh, learn forex. This is where you hit the money very fast. And I was like, okay, let me be learning this. And from that, because the whatever that is winning the forex, right? They'll see that boo and whatever, it will crush all the money. And I was like, okay, let me go to cryptocurrency. I started learning crypto. There's no crypto. It's as a fact, 2019, 2020. What do you want to tell me? I know so many crypto. What are their names? I know them. And I was like, okay, let me move into this. So it slowed my learning in the technical. That's why I said that consistency is the key. Do you understand consistency? So it affected my journey when I started, right? So imagine you are learning how to code, right? Today you learn hello world, and next hour or next day you're learning your I thought of it. So you start learning trend and pattern. Today is this, is it boo, is it this and all that. So learning so many things at the same time will definitely affect your journey in the tech ecosystem. And that's why most times when people reach out to me and said, oh, I want to learn AI engineering and I want to learn cyber security, do you advise that I should go to learn these two together? I always tell them the truth. Even if it is data analytics and data science, do not learn them together. Go for one first. Be consistent with that one. If possible, start a career, like start working in that space. And when you're waiting for that job to land that gig, of course you can start learning another thing. Okay, but learning all of them at the same time is not good. It is not. It will definitely affect your mode of learning. Of course, imagine you are learning data analytics and you're learning okay, let's say you're learning data analytics and you're learning AI engineering, that you know that there's two different things, right? You're learning this, you're learning that. Come on now, you're learning how to use Excel, you're learning how to code. So it's two different things. Please do not learn the same thing at the same time. Another thing again that do affect people, and that is, I'm just sharing my own life experience, right? Like I said, consistency, right? When you have a lot of things dividing your attention, it will definitely affect you. So when I decided that, okay, you know what, I'm going to dive into this space and I want to be very serious with it. Do you know what I did? I froze all my social media handles except LinkedIn. Okay, I was not using my Instagram, not in fact WhatsApp is because of the family members there. So no Instagram and no Facebook. No, I don't even have TikTok account. I don't even have TikTok account. So no TikTok, no for the X. I don't like there, right? So just only LinkedIn. And I decided that you see there, here I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna get motivated by what people are pushing out there. I want to see what they are doing. I want to see how I can get better. So I started all these things. I was like, okay, I started following people that are in the space, people that are thinking like as you are. Imagine you want to become an expert in the industry and you're seeing somebody pushing every day. You want to make that person maybe just go close to that person. Of course, it's not a must that the person mentor you like physical one-on-one mentor. You might be following what that person is doing. So I started all these things and I understand that there's important. And those things helped me. It helped me, all right? It helped me. I got consistent. I started learning up and down, reaching out to people. Please, I'm working on this. Please, can you help me? Can you help me? Those stuff, right? It really helped me. So if you want to go far in your career as someone, please, especially if you're starting new, Stay away from so many things that will divide your attention. Stay consistent. Stay consistent. See that consistent. Please stay consistent, all right? And do not learn so many things at the same time. Thank you. Shika, are you speaking? I can't hear you. Hi, Shika. Guys, can you hear me? Because I cannot hear Shika. Oh, what's going on? Hi, guys. Please confirm you can hear me very clear and loud. Hear you, Shishi. Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. I guess is network. Let's give us some seconds to join back. Shika, do you want to log out and log in again? Okay, so let's wait for Shika. Let's give her some seconds to join us. But guys, please, if you have any question and you want me to attend to that question, please drop your question in the comment section and I'll pick it up from there. Let's help you. Okay. Yes, thank you very much, SD George. SD George, thank you very much. And if you have any question, please drop your question in the comment section while we wait for our host to join us back. Okay, so while we are doing that, for those of you that are just joining us, yeah, this section is titled "What No One Tells You Before You Start." So before you start your career, these are the things that no one tells you, right? A lot of people are telling you, "Come on, start your career. I wanted to learn data science. I wanted to learn cyber security," and they're not telling you what it entails or the things that you need to know before starting your career in the tech. So these are the things that we are discussing here this evening. And thank you very much for joining us. My name is Chinyere Chukoka, and Chika here is my colleague. Chika is living at Ikorodu, so she will join us back. Oh yeah, let's go, Chika. Can you hear me, Chika?
All right. Oh yeah, Chichi, can you hear me
Oh,
clearly
she's here.
now?
Chika, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you very clear and loud.
Okay, so I need to give you a round of applause for your previous answer because the answer was really amazing. You actually hit the nail on its head. So, one thing I actually learned from what you said was discipline. Right, in this journey you need discipline. Imagine signing out from your social media handles just because you actually want to focus on your tech career. So this is what a lot of people don't know. Oh, they hear about tech, they hear the whole noise, everybody wants to do, but at the same time, the time for your self-study, the time you're supposed to be studying, you're using it for social media. Then later on, you come back and you say, oh, I did 5 months training and I didn't learn anything. Of course, you will not learn anything. Just take your
Yes.
institute, just take your tech training as a career, as when you were in school. If you're in school and you're giving assignments, you're giving deadline and you do not meet them, will you pass? Obviously you will not pass. If you don't do your read your textbook, you don't submit your answers, your assignment, and you don't write assessment and tests, you would not pass. So discipline is actually key. I've learned that and I actually jotted that down on my notepad. In this journey, you need to be disciplined in order for you to excel. And the next question is, Chichi, how long did it realistically take you to feel confident in your tech skill? Like how long were you able to feel confident in your tech skill?
All right, so thank you very much, Shika. Like I said, and I promised myself, I'm going to be very real with everything I'm going to be saying here. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything, right? So you see, I when I started, I mentioned how long I stayed in the tech ecosystem and how I was moving from this space to this space, learning forex, cryptocurrency with data analytics. From data analytics, I was advised, oh, why not start with data science now? Go and learn R because you studied economics. Okay, so I moved to data science, a lot of things and all that. So I wouldn't even say that, okay, I spent like 5 months or 3 months and all that before I got myself right. But the honest truth there, like I said, those early early stage of my life, I wasn't that serious, right? Because I was moving from here to here, no direction. You know, when you move on YouTube and you are learning Excel, I don't even understand. So when people say, go and learn Excel from here, you know, when we talk about it, people don't really understand. We have Excel for data analytics and we have Excel for financial analytics. Imagine you are diving into the data analytics space. You want to learn Excel for data analytics, and then you stumble on a YouTube video talking about financial analytics, and that they're using Excel. You start learning that. That's a total waste of time. Okay. So I had no mentor, I had nobody. That's why there's nothing like any institution to guide me through, because of course I didn't go through that part, that early stage of my life. I mean, that early stage of my life, like that 2018 and all. So I can say that when I can only say that, oh, this is this stage I am confident with what I've learned so far, or what I can, then I can start applying for jobs, was when I closed all my social media hand. Like I said, when I did that, within the space of like 2 months, I got so much confidence to compare with how long I've stayed in the space so far. Okay. So I disciplined myself that period. See, this time and this, I gave myself 5 months that time. I said, when in these 5 months, I'm not gonna do anything, I'm gonna be learning. See, trust to me, I was not learning for just a day, maybe like 1 hour. I gave myself time. You know, this time you have timetable. I have timetable. Then I said, okay, this day to this day, this is what I'm gonna be learning, and this to this. I read a lot of articles then, and in fact, Medium. I was using Medium very well. So I was reading, I was writing. Okay, I was reading and I was writing. So when I learn anything, I will go on LinkedIn. I will write about it. Okay, this is where I draw my expertise, and of course this me telling my students about growth, social media visibility, telling people about your story, how you're learning and all that. So this was the period I can say that I am confident, and I started applying for jobs. Another thing again that affected me that I want to share in my early stage, you know, those period that I wasn't confident enough, that I was jumping from this skill to this one to this one. I was applying for jobs then. I wasn't getting any job invites. To be very honest, I was at the point I got a very revamped CV. Of course, my CV was affected me then, but then again, I got revamped my CV, and I found out that it's beyond the CV. There is where you will package your CV. You get to the interview, you still fuck up because you don't know it. You don't know it is that you don't know it, right? So when they ask you one or two questions about that particular skill, you find out that someone I need a lot. I need a lot of time to learn a lot, right? So this is me being honest. So that period I was jumping from this to this, I learned nothing. But when I decided to be disciplined a lot, within 2 months, I got my confidence, right? 5 months into the that period of discipline, I can boldly apply for jobs. And of course, during that time, I started getting jobs on Upwork and so many other brands. Thank you. Shika cannot hear you. Can you hear me, Shika? Okay, so guys, let's give my colleague some minutes and then we'll dive in. Okay, so while we are waiting for her to join us back and get her network back, Shika, can you hear me? I guess your network is bad. Shika is leaving article. Okay, so let's go, guys. Let's go. So the next thing I'm gonna share here is what happened, right? What happened after those period that I said that okay, I disciplined myself, I started learning and learning. I know someone will be asking, okay, after that, what happens? Have you started getting jobs? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. How many gigs did you land? I'm gonna share my Upwork journey um with you guys. Let me get my colleague inside. Shika, you back? You're muted.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
please,
go.
can you hear me clearly now?
I can hear
Okay,
you very
so one of the questions a lot of beginners are willing to hear. Okay, so now, what should beginners know about landing their first tech job or gig that no one talks about? Because this is a very important question because it has to do with money, it has to do with landing a job and getting finances.
You just need to be good. Okay. So you need to show your expertise, right? Shika, it's like you stop muting your device. So maybe after muting it, I will not hear you again. Please don't mute. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Please don't mute again. Okay. So one thing I will say concerning landing your gig anywhere as a beginner, see, you need to be very good. Don't be desperate. There is no, I always tell people this. See, tech is not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a place where you learn for 1 week, you straight to learn that billions, that billions of money that people are telling you about. Okay, so you need patience, right? And again, see, for you to land that job that you admire so much, you are hearing about people working in this brand, da, 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 da. So you need to be very good. And for you to be good, you need to work on projects. Okay, you need to work on projects. You need to show your portfolio to people that, oh, this is what I have done. It's, you don't really need to work with any brand to show any big portfolio. Those things that you're learning, why those things you've learned while you are learning. Okay, those things you need to put them together in a portfolio, either website portfolio, or maybe you are using, maybe you're a data analyst, you can use Microsoft with your Power BI, create all those things and show. When people ask you, please, can I see what you've done? Very easy, pick it up there, share with them. And trust me, most times you don't really need to wait till when there's a job opening. You can just reach out to people. I remember when I started, like I said, I wasn't ashamed to reach out to people. I was reaching out to people. I say, oh, my name is this and I'm this. I have so many years of experience. Da 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 da. This is my portfolio. You don't mind? Please, can you? I was just sharing all these things with people, and I was just sharing with people that are not even CEO, not HR in their company. I will say, please, can you help me? If there's any opening in your company, just make sure that you are showing them what you can do. Okay, especially what you've done. Put it together, right? So don't expect anybody to sit down and be hire anyone who is not good. Nobody want to hire you if you're not good. That's the bitter truth. Like I said, I lost a job opportunity. That's what that the person that the HR of that company was even the one that recommended me for that opportunity. But yet I lost that job. Right? I lost it because I wasn't fit. I wasn't a good fit for that particular role. So you need to be very good. You need to put everything you've done together, show people this, that this is who I am and this is what I've done in this space. Okay. So it is easy. And with that, trust me, you can land. And when you are doing all these things, if you did not get any job invite, do not stop. Continue. Then see, continue. People are watching you. If you think that people are not seeing you, people are seeing you. People want to see you. They're seeing you every day. And I think last month was in December, either December or I can't remember. So there's this guy that always comments on our posts on LinkedIn, on Amta Analytics post on LinkedIn. He usually like that post, and one day, so I went through his profile and I saw that okay, he's an no, data engineer, and the guy is doing well. No, it's not that he's not, but then again, he's doing well, right? So someone reached out to me for a position of data engineer position. I think from the person reached out to me from US. So I reached out to people in my space and they said, no, 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 I'm busy. Da, da, da. I reached out to that guy and they are willing to pay huge amount of money. But then again, the guy did not get that job. Not because it's not a very good fit for that role, but before he submitted that day, I was very busy. Before he submitted the CV and he didn't even reach out to me that he has submitted it. He sent it to me. He didn't reach out to me that, oh, I have delivered the CV, da da da. So before I could send that CV that day, it was very late at night, and they said, oh, he didn't get back to us this morning, and someone else has occupied that space. But then again, what I'm trying to put here is because that guy is good. He's a very good guy, okay? He's very good because I'm seeing what he's doing. And that's actually prompts me to say, okay, let's reach out to Shidera. Shidera is good. Shidera can take this role and all that. Okay. So please put out everything that you're doing out there. People want to hire you. I want to say something. Someone reached out to me at one of the edtech companies that I worked there, and they said, and she see this person really want to get job on Upwork. You have to make sure that this guy got job. You have to make sure that this guy. I was like, okay, I'm not the one providing job on Upwork, but then again, I will help him to optimize his profile because God has been faithful in helping us, using us as an instrument to optimize people's profile, and they will land again, right? So I said, okay, guy, let's do this. I called him and I asked him to show me what he has done so far. Show me the project you worked on because that's one of the things that we're going to use to optimize your profile. I said, I've not really done anything. You spent 2 months because then their program then was 2 months. As you spent 2 months, you've not done anything. Okay, those exam project that they taught you in the class. How about the Power BI dashboard? I said, oh, I didn't work on it. I said, ask me a question, simple question. I said, if you're if you're a recruiter, right? Or if you're the company, owner of the company, will you hire yourself? Just tell me the truth. Will you hire yourself? He didn't answer that question. He didn't get back to me again. Right. So you need to be very good. You need to put yourself out there. Right. Be good, put yourself out there. Those little things that you think that doesn't matter, it does. Celebrate it. You get any certificate, please don't be ashamed to put it online, celebrate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chichi, for that. And another question is it possible to learn tech while working a full-time job, while having a normal 9 to 5 job? Is it possible to learn tech? And if yes, how can one manage it effectively?
It's 100% possible. 100% possible. I mean, 101% possible, right? It's amazing when people reach out to us and they start telling us that, oh, I am working 9 to 5. I don't know if my job will permit me. Da, 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 da. That your job that did not permit you to learn tech is still paying you um less than 50,000 naira, right? I'm sorry if you're earning less than that, but that's just the bitter spirit, okay? So why not build yourself? Why not learn it? So you just discipline, like I always tell people, discipline, right? There's nothing you want to achieve that you've not achieved. Some of us, we have children, we are married, but doing one program aside from normal tech program, doing one or two, some people are, in fact, we have people that are so occupied learning, but then again, they are still what? They are still pushing their career. It's amazing. I don't want to use the word this thing, but then again, let me say it. When some women, when they get married and start saying that, oh, well, I don't think it's something again I will do. My children will continue from where I stopped. Come on. Yes, they don't need to continue from where you stop. Where you stop is where you stop. Where your children will continue, so where they will continue, right? So even if you're working 9 to 5 full time, trust me, it is just discipline. If you want to do it, you will do it. Okay, if you want to do it, it's not about your time. Imagine that, okay, you come back from work, and most of our classes here at Amda Analytics, they are weekends. So you're not learning during the week. They are mostly weekends. So during the week, you can just come back, time yourself, discipline, 1 hour every day. 1 hour every day is good. So 1 hour every day, you can learn, or you can decide 30 minutes every day. 30 minutes every day. If it's something that will take you like let's say 4 months, the only thing is that it might take you 6 months or 8 months even to learn. Okay, so and that's the amazing thing about what we do here at Amda Analytics. Virtual training. After that, you go back to the video. The videos are there for you. You go back to the video, you watch it over and over and over and over. Watch it, play it. And there's something I used to tell people anytime they started a program with Amda Analytics. See, you can be disciplined. Stop all these some of all these things, watching, especially men. You want to be everywhere. Want to watch all the football match there, all of them, right? Please turn all the videos, all of them, turn them to be your videos. See, forget about YouTube, forget about TikTok, forget about Instagram clues and all that. Please, if you can devote your time, put your effort to this, trust me, you're gonna be very good, right? There's nothing like I'm a full-time worker, I can't learn it. You will learn it, trust me. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Chichi, for that honest answer. So what final advice would you give to anyone watching and who wants to start their journey but is scared? We have a couple of people back and they are patiently watching, they're watching us with one eye, and they want to, deep down them, they actually want to go on this journey, but then they have this fear in them, they are scared. I was like that when I started. So Chichi, I would allow you to answer that question.
All right, thank you very much, Shika. And I believe this is the final question, right? So I'm going to say this, right? So if you're scared to start your career, like I always tell people, do it scared. Okay, I watched a video, I think 2024, of a guy presenting something, and the guy was talking about do it scared, right? I picked up something from there. Do it scared. There's nothing like I am scared. I want to start a career. Do it scared, right? So, one thing I will always tell anybody that is willing to start their career in tech ecosystem, right? Go to where they will tell you the truth. And here, the where they will tell you the truth is Amda Analytics. So we don't sell lies, okay? Where they will tell you the truth. Get a mentor, reach out to all any of our colleagues, talk to them. I want to start my career in this. Give me advice. Tell me why I should go for this program. Right? Someone reached out to me, I think last week. She started our January cohort. Right? She joined our January cohort data analytics. So she reached out to me and she said, "Oh, I want to do this thing. This is my background, right? I can you tell me?" I mentioned three career path for her, and she said, "Oh, someone said that data analytics is saturated," and I gave her 100 and reason why data analytics is not saturated. It's just a matter of determination, right? If others are doing it well and they're making it in data analytics, are you trying to tell me that you will not? So I, gave her that word of assurance that data analytics is not saturated with so many things, and she was convinced as she started her career, right? So go to where they will tell you the truth. That's just the one thing where they will tell you the truth. Nobody's selling lies here at Amda Analytics. Then you see us, we are not trying to prove to you that we are an expert, right? We are close, I'm close to a decade now in the tech ecosystem. And I have not here start mentioning that, oh, in my first week, I made 20 billion. In my 10 week, I make 100 billions, right? So I'm telling you the truth. This is my journey, and this is how I started. So where they will tell you the truth. And again, trust me, you need a mentor. One of the problems that affected me when I started my journey, I do not learn from any academy. Okay, it was a very big problem. Like I said, imagine that you want to learn data analytics, data science, right? You jump into Python. What happened to statistics? I don't know if you understand. I didn't learn statistics and I jumped into Python, right? So these are the things that you get when you are learning from an expert. Please learn from an expert, okay? And another thing again is, see, you should understand one thing about learning, okay? And like my colleague said, here at Amda Analytics, we are not 100% basically an academy that will teach you. We'll teach you and we'll teach you how you can use that your skills to get job. I don't know if you understand this. So here at Amda Analytics, the service we offer here is two. Please pay very good attention if you're watching me. The service we offer here at Amda Analytics is two. We have one to be the training, the technical training, 100% the technical training. The number two is this test, the test that you need to do to use that technical training to get a better job. Okay, like that's where we now start teaching you how you can get a very standard CV. Trust me, like I said, I didn't mention that area. When I started my career, I was applying for jobs, right? And I don't have a very good CV. And I sat down one day and I asked, "Oh, did you know that this thing is affecting me? There's a need for me to optimize my CV." And that's what we do here at Amda Analytics. We help you to optimize your CV, and we help you to optimize your Upwork. Like I said, I started my career and someone said, it's all about Upwork. Go and get a profile on Upwork. And the person did not tell me anything about how I can get my Upwork optimized. I don't know if you understand it. So I got that Upwork. I started applying for job. Nobody, like I said, being honest, I stayed there for 6 months. All the job I applied, nobody called me for any invites, right? And again, I got a mentor and the person said, "Oh, you need to remove this, you need to do this, you need to do this." And after doing that, I started getting gigs on Upwork. And by God's grace, today I have helped over 3,000 people optimize their profile on Upwork, and most of them are getting their jobs, right? So these are the things that you need to understand. Imagine somebody saying, "Okay, go and learn this thing." After learning, what's next? This is what you need to do. What's next? So here at Amda Analytics, we help you to optimize your Upwork, right? And we help you to get a very good standard portfolio. Like I said, one of the things that will always set you apart among all of that job applicants is your portfolio. People want to see what you've done. Like I said, when I reached out to Chidera, I said, "Chidera, I know you've done a lot in the data engineering space, right? Please share your portfolio with me." He shared it. I said, "Okay, someone is asking for a role and I want to recommend you. Please share your CV with me." He shared that, but I was very, very carried away that day. And that's how that guy missed up. Of course, I'm trusting God. Of course, he's in a very good place, but I'm trusting God that one day God will bring another opportunity. So have a very good portfolio. And that's what we do here at Amda Analytics, right? We help you to have set up a very good portfolio that when people ask you, what have you done? So you don't need to, you don't need to start asking your question, what do I need to present to these guys? There's a lot of projects you're going to be doing here at Amda Analytics. And that's why we say our program here is hands-on experience, okay? It's beyond the training. After the training, there's internship. All our program from A to Z, I mean, all our program, there's an internship, especially if you're doing our standard program, there's an internship, okay? So there's an internship opportunity for all our 4 months program. You get 1 month internship. For our 5 months program, 8 months, 6 months program, you get 2 months internship there, right? So it helps you to get more hands-on experience. And aside from that, there's navigating the job market, where we are going to teach you how you can start applying for jobs. See, if you learn all these things and you learn how, you do not learn how to apply for jobs, you are still missing out. You are still missing out. I'm being honest, you're still missing out. Okay. So this is what we do here at Amda Analytics. Like when people say that, oh, why are you doing so much? Or why is the program so long and all that, right? So you need to understand this. Or when people complain that it's like a program is expensive, you need to understand. Like someone want to optimize your CV, like your CV, get a very standard CV for you today. No one will collect less than 50,000 naira from me. I've done CV review for somebody and I collected 200,000 naira. Okay, I'm being honest before heaven. So you understand all these things are what we do here at Amda Analytics. We show you, aside from showing you how you can get remote job, we teach you how you can apply for visa sponsorship programs. Okay, visa sponsorship and how you can do all these things. So there's a lot that we do here at Amda Analytics. So you need to understand that it's beyond the technical training that we do. It's part A and part B, and we cover both part A and part B, right? So if you want to start your career, send us a DM here at Amda Analytics. You can reach out to anybody, and if you need one-on-one consultation, you want to speak to me or speak to my colleague here, please reach out to us. We're on our platform, all our platforms, right? On our I don't know how you joined us, maybe here on YouTube or on our WhatsApp group. Please reach out to us, send us a DM. You want to speak to an expert, you want someone to guide you through. Of course, people that will share their experience and not lies to you, people that will share their real life experience. Right, so you can do that and reach out to us and let's help you to start your career. Like I said, you mentioned that our section or our cohort starts every second month of every month, a second week of every month, and that's cohort will be starting on February 14. You want us to join our February cohort. February 14, leave Valentine, leave Valentine, right? Come and join, start your tech journey here at Amda Analytics, all right? So February 14, we are starting a new cohort, and registration for our February program is ongoing. Like you don't need to wait. One of the things that do affect people is procrastination. I will start, I will do later, I will do later, I will do that, and you end up not doing it. Okay, you end up not doing it. Some people said, I'm going to start my journey 2025, and this is 2026. You are yet to start. If care is not taken, you get to 2027 before you start that journey again. So please send us a DM and start your journey here at Amda Analytics. Thank you very much, Shika. Thank you for having me. And thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Please send us a DM and let's start. Let's start. Let's help you to start your journey. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye. Shika, can you hear me?
Bye. Yes, bye.
Yeah, bye, everyone.